guys, I'm here with another one of our 2023 Southern Lights contestants here, Miss Caroline. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do up there in Ozark.
So I'm from Ozark, Alabama. I was actually born in New York, which nobody ever believes me about. It's one of my two truths and a lie that no one can ever guess. They always think it's the lie. But
Yeah,
I
you
did
do straight up sound Alabama. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, yeah, that's why it's good for the game. Because nobody guesses it. But I did grow up in Ozark, Alabama, and I graduated from Troy University, majored in English with a minor in criminal justice. So with that, I've now gone on to law school. I actually just completed my first year of law school in Montgomery, Alabama at Faulkner Law.
Nice. Well, that's actually my sister graduated from there, so that's a good one to go to. Tell us a little bit about what got you into singing, because singing's your thing, right? What else? Or let me back up. What else do you do other than singing? Because we know you sing. What else do you do?
Oh, goodness. I ride horses. I grew up riding horses, and I actually used to compete. So that was one of my hobbies, just that I also loved growing up. And then I do pageants as well. So that's another big thing for me.
Like you put on pageants or you enter pageants?
I compete in the pageants. I actually competed at Miss Alabama last summer and got to perform my talent there. I won a talent award at Miss Alabama, so I was really excited. And the audience, I think there was like 1,000 plus people in there, so that was my biggest audience at the time. And I was nervous, but it was so awesome, and it was a great experience.
That is good. Well, good. Well, what do you do for music? What got you started in music?
So I've always loved music. Even at, I think, 3 years old, my mom would put on the Lilo and Stitch soundtrack. And she said I'd sit in the back seat and I'd be tapping my little foot and singing whatever words I made up to the song at the time. And then it just became kind of an outlet for me. Music was something, if I was ever stressed, I'd put on my favorite songs and listen to those. And of course, shower singing has become one of my hobbies as well. Great at that. Acoustics in the bathroom are just fabulous. But so I've always loved to sing. And I didn't ever have the confidence, I guess, to sing in front of an audience until my senior year of high school. And I auditioned for a play. It was Mamma Mia. And I auditioned for the role of Donna, and I got it. And then I was like, okay, I got the part. Now I actually have to sing in front of people. Cool. But I did it, and it was so much fun. And I found out then that I loved performing. And so I've just been taking every opportunity now to do that.
So law school and music, where do you see yourself in the future? Where do you want to go?
Well, I recently visited Nashville for the first time in February, and I absolutely loved it. Fell in love with that city. So that's somewhere I could definitely see myself living eventually. And with the law school thing, I haven't completely set my heart to what type of law I want to practice, but I think something really interesting to consider at least would be contract law, but in the music industry.
That would be good. You'd definitely have more work than you could handle, I'm sure.
I don't doubt it. Getting involved.
That's it. Well, if you could speak to the folks that watched your audition video, would you want to say anything to them specifically?
If I could talk to the people that watched my video, just know it took about 50 takes because you get nervous and you want to make sure you get the perfect one, and everyone is their worst critic. That's what my mama always tells me. She says I'm way too hard on myself, but I would listen to them back and back, and I would say anybody that thinks they want to do something like this and maybe they're critical of their own voice, especially on recordings, you listen back to yourself and you just pick at little things, but
Right.
Definitely do it, because more than likely other people aren't going to pick up on those little things, and it's definitely worth taking the shot.
So you guys go to our website, SouthernLights.cc, and you can scroll down and you can see her and all of our contestants that have entered so far this year. You can also find us on Facebook, Southern Lights, The Search for a Star. Leave comments, like, share. These guys, they absolutely love it whenever you give comments. We've got some of the best fans in the world at Southern Lights because they just absolutely want to encourage all the artists. So it's always good to see that. And Miss Caroline, I appreciate you joining on with us today.
Thank you again so much for having me.